copies. I hate getting dragged to Dad's office for take our kids to work day. It's so boring, I want to scream. But at least I had company this year. My little brother was finally old enough to get dragged along with me. You kids are in for a real treat, Dad said when he pulled into the parking lot. We've upgraded our mailroom and we got a new shredder for the office. Bet you can't wait to see that baby in action, right? Right, Dad, I said, grabbing Nicky by the collar so he wouldn't wander into the path of any of the dozens of cars zipping through the parking lot. Dad continued listing the wonders that lay ahead of us, and here's the best part. We put in 2 new copiers, real high-speed, top-of-the-line machines, the best money can buy. Shoot, when you said that, I realized I'd forgotten to bring something to copy. It's fun to run off a couple of 100 cartoons and pass them out at school, but I didn't have anything with me. Wait, that wasn't true. I had something way goofier than a cartoon. I had Nicky. The moment we got to Dad's office, I asked if I could check out the copy room. Sure, Dad said. You know the way, just don't fool around too much. The company has a policy against personal copies. You can trust me, I said. Come on, Nicky. I'll show you Dad's awesome new copiers. I grinned at the thought of how personal a copy could be. I led Nicky down the hall to the copy room. We were in luck. The place was all ours. Here, I said, pulling a chair over to one of the copiers. Get up. Nicky climbed onto the chair. I lifted the lid of the copier. Put your face down here, I said, but close your eyes. It can get real bright. As always, Nicky did what I told him. I tried to set the machine for 10 copies, but my fingers slipped, and the display showed 1,000. Hey, why not? I thought, deciding to leave the number the way it was. Here goes. I hit the copy button. Man, that sucker was fast. After a couple of seconds, copies started flying out like bullets from a machine gun. They looked real cool. Nicky had his face scrunched up, but you could tell it was him. I glanced at the second copier and got another idea. I almost didn't do it, but I couldn't resist. Hey, what's the harm? I slipped down my pants and sat on the machine. I'd heard about kids doing this, but I'd never tried it. I reached over and hit the buttons. Might as well make 1,000 copies of my butt to go along with 1,000 copies of Nicky's face. My machine was even faster. Before I knew it, I'd run off the whole batch. I hopped down and walked back over to Nicky. Hey, these aren't that good. I grabbed a copy as it shot out of the machine. The image was kind of faded. I thumbed through the stack. Maybe the machine was running out of supplies because each new copy came out a little bit more faded. Can I get up now? Nicky asked as the machine hummed to a stop. His voice sounded really muffled. Sure, yeah, it's done. Nicky stood up. For a moment, I just stared. Then I blinked. That was more than Nicky could do. His lips and eyelids were gone. Almost everything was gone. Most of his face had been copied away. 2 small holes were all that was left of his nose. A pair of eyes stared out at me from a face like an egg. Oh man, Dad was going to kick my butt. My butt. I raced over to the other machine and grabbed the last copy that came out. Nothing, just a smooth, round hunk of flesh. When my hand stopped shaking, I reached down the back of my pants. Smoothness. No crack, nothing. Nicky made some kind of noise in his throat, but I couldn't understand him. Without a mouth, he couldn't talk very clearly. It was about then that I realized something awful. Truly awful. It was bad enough that Nicky couldn't talk. But I had to go to the bathroom. And without a butt, I couldn't do that either.